high past the game day ritual. Run the ball like Mitchell, or you can be like Reynolds and Skiffle. Give it to Johnston and he'll get triple. Pass it to Cleary, you know he'll run the pitch. Score points like Jabojevic, I'm game day fit, no need to switch. Cooking up like Quickie Man's in the kitchen. Who's that on the wing? It's Sivo. Score, try and do the Guffrino. Don't get too rowdy or too keen, or you'll end up like Hassan Tino. Get a 40-20 like BCE. Run the ball like hectic cheese. Support runner, that's Pappenhausen, but I still got Teddy at the SCG.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Final Siren podcast. Big one today, Eels versus Raiders in the semi-final, I believe it is. What a game this should be. It's going to be a great game tonight. I'm looking forward to watching it. At the end, we're also going to be talking a little bit about Geelong Cats versus Brisbane Lions, our just quick prediction for that. But, boys, are you looking forward to this game? Obviously, it's a big game for both teams. Loser, season's end, and the winner goes on to face the Cowboys in the pre-elimination final in North Queensland. So, what do you boys think about this game? Are you looking forward to anything in particular?
It's a huge game for the Parramatta Eels in particular today. You know, probably their biggest game in a while in the club history. Probably be the last chance in a while to win this comp. So, a big game for Parramatta. Should they lose, it will be embarrassment. With that long run going off the drought, with not winning the title and their constant failure in the semis. So a big game for them today. They should win this, honestly, considering their pressure.
Yeah, 100% agreed. It's a huge game. The winner goes on, the loser. Season's done for 2022. I think, Eels should definitely get up for this one. To be honest, I think they'll win 13 plus. But that's my call. I don't see the Raiders going that great tonight. I think they'll be worn out after last week. I think Parra will be too classy. But again, if Eels lose, wouldn't surprise me. But I think tonight they'll win 13 plus.
Definitely. Well said. Another thing, there's a few new people in the chat. We just wanted to also expand on our congratulations from yesterday's stream. We did reach 100 subscribers, and we got a lot of congratulations throughout that. So we want to actually spend on our thank yous to all of you. It's been great. Thank you so much for all the subscribers. We can't wait to keep this thing going and expanding in the future. And if you didn't hear yesterday, we are actually expanding into more sports in the off season. So quickly go check out our Instagram page if you haven't already. At the Final Siren podcast, it's on the screen there right now. And check out what we're going to be expanding into. But there's a bit of cricket there. There's a bit of NBA. Possibly there's a bit of playoffs action in the NFL and NBA, and World Cups coming up for rugby league and FIFA. So make sure to check that out. But this game it's going to be a good one. And we'll start off with the biggest piece of news in my opinion, which is Moses is still named on the team sheets. We spoke about this a bit yesterday, despite his heavy concussion against Penrith boys. Do you reckon he'll be ruled out a bit late? And Jacob Arthur come into the starting side, or do you reckon he's good to go and he's actually passed all the protocols?
I personally don't think he's 100%, but considering the situation, it's a semi-final, do or die. I think they're going to play him regardless.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, they can't really play him regardless, because if he's failed HIA protocols, you can't really just play him, because then Eels would get in bloody huge trouble. But to be honest, I think Moses is playing. I think, what's the time? 6:30. By now, they would have ruled him out, I believe.
Yep.
But again, it's finals. They're playing head games, clearly. No one's sure if he's playing or not. It'll be keeping the Raiders worried. But personally, I think Moses would play.
Definitely. Well said. I think if they are to rule him out, I think they can do it anywhere up to an hour before the game. So we'll keep you updated throughout the stream. If by 6:50 he hasn't been ruled out, then that should mean he's playing. If he does get ruled out, I'll try and bring you the news as soon as I see it. I've got some people working on that. But first off, we'll quickly move into the key matchup for tonight's game. Junior Paulo, I think it's Barlaw now. Sorry, my mistake. Used to old habits. Junior Barlaw versus Joe Tarpany. Big matchup, boys. Before we get into the stats, are you looking forward to seeing this matchup of probably two of the most informed props in the comp right now?
Yeah, 100%. I think Tarpin's probably been the number one in form second row this year, firstly, in my opinion. And then you've got Paulo, who's a New South Wales representative. So it's interesting battle. I think these are the top two in form second rows. So it will be great to see them head to head. And personally, for me, I think this game will be decided in the middles. And those two men, if they can get those like cheeky offloads, if they can get those like hard running meters in between, I think we'll go a long way to deciding the result for either side tonight.
Well said.
Yeah, 100% agreed. I think this is definitely a huge key to both sides. If one of these guys don't fail, I don't think their side's going to be able to go off the back of it. But personally, I think Junior Paulo's offloads and his playmaking skills as big of a body as he is, I think his offloads tonight will kill the Raiders in the middle. I think he's up for a big one. He always backs himself in defense, and in attack he's even better. He's a very handy prop to have. But on the other hand, Joe Tarpany this year he's been sensational. You probably nearly have him as number one prop.
Definitely. For me, he has been number one prop, and like Faraz was saying, I reckon Joe Tarpany has been the best front rower this year. And I think Junior Paulo's been up there. And like you said, Lachlan, his playmaking skills are really good for a front rower. So we'll quickly move into the stats. Junior Barlaw, 2022 stats, 23 games, 146.1 average run meters, 24 tackle breaks, 40 offloads, and a 92.6% tackle efficiency. Obviously, brilliant stats here. I think he always puts in like this. I think the last few years he's been doing this. Bring up these sort of stats, boys. How big of an impact do you see Junior Barlaw having in tonight's game?
Oh, you can go for Sloppy.
Yeah, he's huge. He's what the Eels run off, basically. Him, Moses, Dylan Brown, Reed Marnie, and Gutho is probably your top five in the Eels that have to show up tonight. If those five don't show up, and one of them doesn't pull their own weight, I think Raiders will pinch them. But I think tonight Junior Paulo is going to have a huge night. I think he's going to. My prediction: he'll run over 180 meters and he'll make over 20 tackles.
Well, so that's some, definitely some big predictions there. Joe Tarpany will bring up his stats, however, compared to Junior Barlaw, 24 games over Junior Barlaw's 23, 166 average run meters compared to Junior Barlaw's 146, so 20 more meters a game average there. 75 tackle breaks compared to Junior Barlaw's 24 tackle breaks, which I found really interesting. You boys probably know pre-stream, I was talking about it. 75 tackle breaks for a front rower. That's quite unheard of for me. I mean, I know they do break a lot of tackles, but at the same time, 75 tackle breaks. So I don't even think Munster has up near that much, and he's been one of the highest tackle breakers this year. So brilliant stats here from Tarpany. Also, the 45 offloads compared to Junior Barlaw's 40, and 95.1% tackle efficiency compared to the 92.6% tackle efficiency of Junior Barlaw. Joe Tarpany, I think it further proves that he's been probably the informed front rower in the competition this year. Definitely I think he's definitely on his way to getting up the ranks of if he performs like this consistency on a consistent basis for club, he could be worth quite a lot of money. I mean, we talked about the other day, we don't think he's worth quite $1 million, but he's as good a front row as you can get at the moment.
I also want to bring up last week's stats for Tarpin. I think last week Tarpin ran over for 200 run plus meters, 260 to be exact, 6 tackle busts. And Junior Paulo in a defeated side last week, in a 59-minute stint, he made 166 run meters and 31 tackles. So I think as well with the defense, I think Junior Paulo's defense as well stands particularly in the middle. And then you've got Tarpin's running game and this cheeky offload. So he can get like a center involved like Sebastian Christian to play, or get even Jamal Fogarty with those extra sort of runs and carries. So it'll be interesting to see the forward pack in the middle, especially like when you've got Sean laid out wide, then you've got a Hudson Young. So there's a few key matchups around the forward pack.
Yeah, definitely. Well said. But yeah, a great matchup. Obviously, there's a lot more matchups that we were looking forward to. I think a few of the comments have said Moses versus Fogarty. Harry Rector says this. Definitely.
You want to just
moving on. He's going on Moses versus Fogarty. Yeah, go on, explain yourself, mate.
The internet has just cut out and kicked me from the stream. I'm sorry about that so much, everyone. But yeah, Moses versus Fogarty, as I was saying, brilliant matchup. There were so many others. Nick Kotrick versus Mike Acevo, to name another one. Papali'i versus Regan Campbell-Gillard. Yeah, a lot there. Sorry again about that. That was unheard of. I haven't done that before on the stream.
He's on the Macca's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the Macca's Wi-Fi added it again. But yeah, I mean, it's good. At least the stream was still running while I was gone. I thought it wouldn't do that, but
well, I was going to take over and lead the show, but it doesn't matter.
But yeah, I can't wait for this matchup. I can't wait for. There's a lot of matchups that are on paper here should be a great game tonight. But yeah, we're keen to hear your thoughts as well. If we have a bit of time at the end, we'll get to answering questions. We want to just wrap this up at 7:00 tonight. So if we don't get around to all the questions, we are sorry about that. But just put your questions in the comments now about this game or about anything. We'll get to them at the end. But I think for now, we might quickly move into the same game multis. I'll start with yours first, Lockie, and I'll let you explain. I've got it here on screen. Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so mine, I've actually updated it a little bit. It's still the same, but the odds are just higher now.
Oh.
So I've still got Eels head-to-head, Tomoko anytime, Papali'i anytime, Sevo anytime. But I've also put in there now Eels 13+, which has put the odds up to... Sorry, I'll just get it up real quick.
No problem there.
Give me a second. Now I've got the bloody Dodo Wi-Fi.
By the way, today's game is sold out, right?
Yes. So we'll quickly talk about that while Lockie's getting that up. Sold out at Combank Stadium. And Parramatta, thanks to the random stats guy, this stats brought to you. Parramatta have... I love this page so much. Such a great page. Parramatta have actually won 7 of their last 8 when the crowd has been sold out.
Over 25,000 to be exact.
Yeah.
Is that a good omen for tonight?
Definitely. I think for Parramatta, if they're going to get any win, it would be tonight. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
adding Eels 13+ to that one, the odds are now 35-25. So put $10 on that, 352 return.
Brilliant. I'll quickly put that back up on screen for anyone who didn't hear it properly. So is that your multi there? I've just tried to edit that. I'm not sure why there's the 2 zeros. Sorry, that's my mistake. I'm not sure why there's the 2 dots either. I'll edit that now. But yeah, I think that's definitely I'd say that's a fair.
I put Tomoko in because he's on Tom Opacek. If he was on Penasini, I don't think I would have put him in.
Yeah. But yeah, another good same game multi. And also I'd like to say once again, gamble responsibly. Don't chase your losses. Think before you bet. We can't obviously don't trust our advice on this. We're just 3 men sitting on a computer stream, giving our best bets for what we think is going to happen.
Watching the host leave because he's got shit Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I probably won't hear the end of that for a little while. But yeah, I think if I were you, I would definitely put it. If you wanted to, definitely look at this. This is a good one.
Put a cheeky dollar on it. Put $1 on it. You get $35 back.
Exactly. And if you want to go the other extreme, if you follow our Instagram, I said I am practically the polar opposite of what Lachlan's done. I personally don't like betting margins just because I feel like it's very unpredictable at times unless I know it's going to be a close game. But for me, I don't think you can go much wrong with this. Raiders head-to-head, Dylan Brown anytime try scorer, Jordan Rapiner anytime try scorer, and Hudson Young anytime try scorer. Bit risky there. I mean Dylan Brown I reckon is the most unlikely to score from those 3. But 42.25 return. That's not bad. Put $10 on that, you get yourself $422.50 back, which is 422.5 frozen Cokes from Macca's. So that's where I get my Wi-Fi.
Doesn't Hudson Young have like over 10 tries this season or something?
He has quite. I wouldn't put it past him.
That's pretty incredible for a second row and all that.
Definitely. It's not quite Jeremiah Nanai standards, but it's definitely up there. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's got himself a spot in the Australian squad.
You want to know a cheeky little bet that wouldn't be bad?
Oh, what's this?
So you've got Isaiah Papali'i for 2, and of course it put the wrong person. We love that. Fucking numpty. Okay, so if you put Isaiah Papali'i for 2 and Hudson Young for 2, $251 odds. Throw $10 on that. You got $2,500.
Right, so Isaiah Papali'i for 2 and Hudson Young for 2. How much was that returning?
$251 odds. So you throw $10 on it, you got
yeah.
$2,500. That's just the Lockie little special. If you wanna,
Lockie special. I mean, I'll quickly put it up on the screen for everyone. I'm just entering that in now. I mean, I'm just saying, if I were to put a bet on any of these, I would actually probably go the Lockie special. I mean, highest risk but highest reward. And I mean, you know what they say, you got to risk it for the biscuit, and this is definitely a risk it moment. Yeah, I see that. I can see this happening. $251 return. Wow.
Could you actually see that happening though?
I could see one of them scoring 2. I'm not sure about both of them.
I think either one can score a try, but I don't think it's going to be a double.
Wow. Okay.
Especially in the finals game.
Well, guess what, Faraz?
Yeah.
No one asked for your input, so sit
okay. It's getting a bit. Oh, but Terry Lamb says I have Rapana double. Oh, that's a pretty decent bet. I mean, I could see Rapana scoring either a low
Who's
trust.
Rapana on? Is it Rapana on Sevo?
I think. Well,
No, I think
Rapana's
on
right
Kotrick.
winger,
I think
isn't he?
Sevo's on Kotrick.
Yeah, Sevo's on. No, Sevo's left wing, and no, actually, yeah, they should be on each other.
Wait, who's the other winger for Canberra? Is it Bailey Simonson?
No, Simonson's at Parramatta.
Oh, sorry, Rapana and Kotrick. My bad.
Yeah, Rapana and Kotrick, and then Sevo and I don't know who the other Parramatta winger is. They've changed them so often. Wonga Black, sorry. So yeah, I think yes, he's on Sevo. Sevo it does get some decent try saves. As Nick Sam says, Lachlan, calm down. I'm guessing that's the Faraz. No one asked for your opinion. Thank you for correcting me there. Sevo and Wonga Blake for the Parramatta wingers. So yeah, I mean, this could go either way for me. I reckon anyone can score tonight. I think it's gonna be quite high scoring. I could see over 40 points in this match. I reckon that could happen really easily. I reckon it's pretty close to 50 points scored in this match. I could see the full-time score being something like 30-24 or 32-24, something like that. Speaking of which, we'll quickly go to tips, margins, and anytime try scorers, boys.
Just before I give my tip, I'm going to say this. Either one of this is going to happen. Raiders are going to win in a close one, or Parramatta will smash them 13+. But for me tonight, I think Canberra are good enough to go to another week at least. I just don't trust Parramatta, especially with these crunch and pressure moments. The games that they have to win, I just don't think they've got it in them. I think Canberra are at least a good enough side to at least go to the prelim. And I think they'll fancy themselves beating the Cowboys up there in Townsville. So I think Canberra get the job done tonight. I'm going to go Canberra by 8. I'm going to go Canberra 28 points to 20.
Same score as the Storm versus Raiders game. I like it a lot.
Who's your anytime try scorer?
Oh, I'm going to go Kotrick for one. He hasn't got many this year. I'm going to go Nick Kotrick for one.
Well done. Terry Lamb actually agrees with Faraz earlier. He said around 6:30 that Raiders by 8. So, yeah, well done. Faraz agreeing with Terry Lamb there. And, yeah, I think for me, I'm going to go Raiders. Again, just like Faraz, I don't really trust the Eels that much to get the job done tonight. It wouldn't surprise me if they do, and if they do, I think it will be by 13+. So, like Faraz said, it's either Raiders 1-12 or Eels 13+. I don't think you can really split either at the moment. I'm going to go Raiders by 10, and I'm going to go full-time score to be 18-28, contradicting what I said before about the over 50 points. So, but yeah, I can see that happening 18-28. What about you, Lachlan?
So I'll be the odd one out again, as per usual. I'll go Eels 13 plus, which I did say this earlier in the stream. It's not like it's a. I've got Eels 13 plus. We'll go 28 to 10.
Big score.
And we'll go someone who's not in the multi that I've picked. We'll go Sean Lane to go over.
Also, I actually forgot to pick my anytime try scorer other than in my multi. I might actually go someone just like you did, Lachlan. I might go outside my multi, and I'm going to go if Moses is playing, which I think he should be. Something should have been announced by now if he wasn't. Then I'm going to have Moses to score on his birthday. So happy birthday to Moses. So I mean, I think that's just even more of a chance for a win, for an upset here. But I'm still going to go Raiders. I could be wrong. We could be back here tomorrow, and I'll be eating the words I said.
Is Canberra really an upset to you guys? Again, is it an upset to you guys?
No,
not as much as an upset as them beating Melbourne.
Yeah. I'm going to go quickly before we go to a Q&A, just like with a few questions, not too much. I just want to quickly promote again our Instagram. I'm sorry for the constant promotion, but we will be doing more stuff on there. Keep an eye out. We're looking at expanding in the future and doing more stuff in the off season. So make sure to follow there. We post our content up there, and we also post. I'm going to start posting our same game multis pre-stream up there in case people can't join. So make sure to get onto that. And we'll quickly go to a Q&A. I'll go to the comments. There's quite a few in here. We won't get to all of them. A few of them are just some hey, how you goings. And Harry Rector says, I got Eels to bounce back. Boys, you agree with this statement?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say Canberra, so not necessarily, but I wouldn't be surprised. I said Eels could win the 7 plus, so it can happen.
I could really see them bouncing back, definitely. This was earlier, so we're just giving our tips now. I think there's actually surprisingly not as much questions as I thought. Golden Point today. Ooh.
I don't think back-to-back weeks.
If it does go to Golden Point, who do you think holds the nose? Fogarty or Moses? Who do you think it would be?
Fogarty for me.
Moses.
I think Moses. I've seen there's been too many times I feel like Moses has been given the stage to, like against Tigers earlier this year, against the Storm, where he actually hit the upright and Ray Stone ended up scoring. I haven't seen Moses come in clutch too many moments. We even saw last week against the Panthers. Yeah. He
had one right after. So
he had one of the easiest, like a pretty easy attempt. No one even thought he was going to try and kick it, and he dragged it left. So for me, if it does go to Golden Point, I think Fogarty will kick the field goal.
And personally,
I can see Whiten as well.
Yeah, personally for me, that actually gave Panthers the momentum heading to halftime. When Cleary took that field goal, I think he gave them all the momentum and like confidence. It's kind of blazing in the second half. So yeah.
Who are we rooting for today? So I think this is different to compared to who are you hoping who you think will win. I'm hoping that Raiders win. I'm also rooting for, I think Raiders will win. I'm rooting for them as well. Can't really stand Parramatta most of the time. I'm lucky to say.
Lockie, you can go first. You haven't spoken in a while.
Sorry, I was just busy looking at Domino's and what specials are on. Are we just answering the question?
Yeah. Who are we rooting for today?
I think it's pretty obvious. I tipped Eels.
So you're going to be going for the Eels?
A bit of a smoky, mate. It's a bit of a shock. But I think Eels get the job done there. They'll be too strong at home. Canberra, they're the type of side, though. The underdog mindset keeps them going. I feel like the underdog mindset for the Raiders makes them go better.
Definitely.
They're just one of those teams that show up in the bigger games. But it should be a good game. I'm excited. Should be brilliant to watch. I'll be flicking between the AFL and the NRL.
Yeah, same here.
Well, yesterday in yesterday's episode, I said that Parramatta my most hated team, so I think it's self-explanatory who I'm going for tonight.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not the right one. I think the middle forwards will win it for either side. I agree.
That's what I
The
said.
forward packs are big tonight. Papali'i and Tarpany versus RCG and Barlaw. Brilliant matchup there, and also I think the second row, Sean Lane and Isaiah Papali'i versus Hudson Young, and
I think Lane will
it's
score
Elliot
today for
Whitehead.
Parramatta. I haven't given any time for Parramatta. I think Sean Lane will go over.
Well said. Raiders still win probably. I think this was after we were saying Moses was probably still in. I still think Raiders win, to be honest. Can Raiders make the grand final if they win tonight? For me, I think Cowboys win.
Possibly, but I still think I'll go Cows. But it's a chance. They get closer and closer. So yeah, you never know.
Nah, I don't see them making the grand finals, to be honest.
Yeah. Raiders' best win this year. Probably last week against
Probably
the Storm.
last week, I guess, against the Storm.
National Sports loaded. He is pumped.
He's pumped.
What are you saying?
Okay, we'll quickly get to those soon. National Sports loaded. Thank you for joining. Eels do good at Combank. They do.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that's hanging about in my mind. Also, we will only be answering questions till about 27 minutes and 30 seconds into this stream. Then we'll quickly go on to a quick preview.
Yeah.
A quick predictions of Lions versus Geelong. Obachek can't defend. I think that was Lockie's reasoning as well for putting was it Tomoko into New Multi?
He does score a fair few tries, but yeah, his defense is shocking.
Raiders away record in 2022.
Got no clue.
Oh, I can't pull this up because I don't have the ladder. I think it was something.
They beat them over twice. They've lost to the Broncos. That's all I can remember, obviously. But
yeah,
I think it's like one.
They beat Newcastle. I think they beat. Yeah, I can't.
I think it's 1-13.
What? No. But yeah, I think
you always believe too much from me.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was pretty even there. One away and one away and lost away. So, yeah. I have Eels by 2 because home game. That's fair enough. What else? 18-16 Raiders. Good bet there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Eels 19-18.
Did he change? Did he say Raiders?
Yeah. He said I changed. 34-24 Eels. We have some
score. I like that.
Chat. And last, we'll quickly go to National Sports Loaded one soon. Moses field goal to win it
on his birthday.
Okay.
That's quite
on his birthday. Come on, Para. Let's do this. Blue and Gold Army. Canberra's defense tonight is going to be a brick wall, I tell you. Yeah, I reckon so. I can see this being a very defensive game. Yeah, I think it'll either be a lot of points scored or a lot of points withheld during defense. I'm not sure about you boys on this.
Well, I said 28-20, so
yeah. I got Para by 2 points. Man, this is giving me golden point back in 2020 when CNK scored 3 tries to get it to golden point and Gutho won it for us. I don't quite remember that game, but this could be giving off the same vibes. Who knows?
I'll watch the highlights now that you said it. I'll watch the highlights, but yeah. Tell me which round was it so I know.
Definitely. So just leave that in the chat if you can. And before we end off, we'll quickly talk about Geelong Cats versus Brisbane Lions. Now, I'm only new to AFL, so I won't know too many names of people. I can't really throw around that. I know Charlie Cameron. But
doesn't every Lions fan know Charlie Cameron?
I mean, that is fair. But yeah, I think you want to start us off, Lachlan, so we can get some sort of idea about this.
Okay, so tonight being at the MCG, the Geelong Cats will be too good. I've got Geelong by 26, so 4+ goals. I don't think the Lions will be able to match it tonight. Geelong, their intensity, their forward line, their midfield, their defense, Tom Stewart, he's too good. But for me, man of the match will go Tom Hawkins. He'll kick 4 tonight. Tommy Hawkins kick 4, and we'll go Isaac Smith for 20+ disposals. But the key man for Lions tonight is Lachie Neale. Lachie Neale needs to be at his best to beat that Geelong midfield. But I've got Geelong by 26 tonight.
Well said. What about you, Faraz?
Well, I pretty much agree with what Lachie said there, but I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go the Brisbane Lions to win. and book a spot in the grand final. I am going to go Brisbane Lions by, I'll go 18 to 20 points, something like that. I'll say 18. I'm going to go a bit of smoke. I don't think much people are going to say this, but I think Dwayne Zorka maybe for a man of the match performance.
Well said. I'm going to go Lions by 14. That's a bit of a, I don't know. I'm sort of throwing stuff out. I think it's going to be 2 goals and 2 behinds to get us over the line. Lockie probably doesn't agree with that. I have a feeling
Joe Danaher does return for Lions tonight, so it's a big in.
I'm not sure who Joe Danaher is. I'm not going to lie. So if you'd like to quickly explain for us, we'll get better at this in the off season, boys.
Joe Danaher is their key forward. He was out last week because his wife had a baby, but this week he's back. He'll probably kick a few. He'll be dangerous in their forward line. Oscar McInerney, their ruckman, returns as well. It's a huge in for them. But it's the battle of the midfields tonight, and I think Geelong will be too good.
Well said. I'm gonna go Lions by 14. Maybe Cameron 3 goals. I'm not sure if that's a lot for his position, but I did see him kick a clutch goal last week against the D's. Lockie's not too happy about it. But it is what it is, and that will just about wrap us up. Electrical Dust, one more thing, says Raiders will win. I'll trust you.
Do you know Electrical Dust?
Yeah, I've seen it in the comment section and Nick from Australia, and yeah.
Okay. But that'll just
wrap us up. Fan in the chat.
The biggest fan, right?
He's a good bloke. He's a good bloke, Electric Dust. I'll tell you that.
What site's he from, Fraz? Oh, no, we won't get into that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that'll wrap us up, boys. I might hand it over to Lockie to quickly show us out of this amazing preview, amazing episode.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge night of footy. Make sure to tune in. Thanks for tuning in to us first. But Raiders, Eels, Geelong, Lions, you'll be switching. I definitely will be. It's been a great preview. We've got the usual viewers in again. I'm sure we've got some others in that just don't comment, but that is fine. We're happy to just see you watching the content. We'll just keep being consistent. We'll keep putting it out. We'll be back tomorrow for the preview of Sharks Rabbitohs. Another huge game. But thanks for tuning in once again. Appreciate the support, Electrical Dust. We'll see you next stream. That's it for us. Check out the Instagram at the Final Siren Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and stay tuned. We'll be back.